yes, there is a position that women have to take, obviously, but I'm talking to men specifically, right? That's why it's important for you to have discipline, because if you just give it to anybody, you have just validated her to think that she deserves a dude of a particular caliber, when in fact all you wanted to do was nut in her. And in her mind, because most women sleep with dudes because of their attraction to you, right? And then they catch feelings. They say they don't, but they do, right? You have become a part of the problem. Is what I'm saying.
Seen a video of a woman talked about how she divorced her husband because he didn't love her the way that she felt that she should be, not love, he didn't communicate with her the way she thought that he should communicate with her, or he didn't show her the emotions that she felt that he should have showed her, right? Then later on, when she was pressed on, admitted that she has an unrealistic expectation regarding love and relationships.
Yes.
And the guy said, and overall, she said that the man that she married was a good dude. He
Yep.
didn't do that correctly. And
Why
she
don't-
even
why don't-
admitted that she was unrealistic. And even then, when he called her out on it and said, but you said you married the husband, your husband, you divorced him. Maybe you had an unrealistic expectation of him. And she couldn't get it. She didn't understand. She still said, well, you just can't. Some guys are good, but they're not good for you. That's a cop-out.
Bullshit.
I have a question then. Why do you think that women overvalue themselves?
Society is
Society does that.
I mean, listen, when you have most of the population using the term "I deserve," you understand that this has nothing to do with men and their inadequacy at all.
I disagree. I think they feel like they deserve because niggas gave it to them.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Simps.
Thank you.
The simps.
Thank you.
That's what the market, their market has proven to them that's their market value.
Hold on. But remember, it's a small group of men doing this. So let's take
Doesn't matter.
That's a lie. That's a lie.
Hold on.
That's a lie.
But
I don't
look,
agree with that, Trigger Mike. I don't agree with that.
There are big girls that get to sleep with a dude that's a 9 or a 10, and they think that's a dude they qualify for.
No, hold up. It's not about the 9 or 10.
That's what Sean is saying.
No, this is the problem, right? And this is the real problem that we as men have, right? We say sex means nothing to us, but sex is the very thing that validates them. Right. And like I said, we all know we done stuck or slept with some girl who we had no business laying with.
True.
Sean did.
Right. So again, just because it doesn't mean anything to us doesn't mean something to them. That's what validates them. Sex and attention are better than money.
Yep.
Yeah.
Being sexually having sexual access to men, especially the ones that they wouldn't get on a regular basis.
Yeah.
Right. All the way down to the guy that they can call. Like the one video on TikTok, she was like, I had this dude and I caught this dude, even though blah, 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 whoop de whoop. Right. Right. So as long as she can have sex with the person, the people that she sees fit to, right, and get their attention, that's better than money. That's better than winning the jackpot at Vegas. You see what I'm saying? So again, what this comes down to is what we really know need to happen. We need to leave these women be. Let them fall. Let them down on the vine. If they ain't with it, let them. Hey, Matt trucks run in the street. Push out in front of one if you can get away with it.
But Uncle Rick, there's too many simps and white knights.
You leave them to it. That's your see. But this the problem though. This the problem with men and the same with women. They both of them look so much alike. Can't nobody tell the difference. That's the problem. The same. And let me make a point. The red pill community, the best of the best, the creme of the creme, right? What they tell you: get your bag up, get your weight up, right? Make sure you have all your ducks in a row so you can treat them that way, right? Right.
Right.
What they do when they get their weight up and they can move how they want to move, what they do? They shoot a nut up in them, might make a baby, might not, and then push them along the way, right?
Right.
So what you got now? Another woman that was validated by a baller back out on these streets saying, you know what? Shannon hit me. You know what I'm saying? Shannon.
I shouldn't have took her on the yacht. I shouldn't have took her on my yacht. I got it. I'm sorry.
This is what I keep telling you.
I shouldn't have let her drive in the Porsche.
Look, this is what I'm saying. I made my mistakes, bro. I made my mistakes, but I'm telling both of y'all, all of y'all lying. Your niggas is lying, your bitches is lying. Y'all all lying Because if y'all wanted what y'all really wanted, like y'all said, that y'all wouldn't move the way you do. If you was a good man and trying to be a decent man, you wouldn't move the way you do. If you was trying to be a good woman and you a lady about your shit, you wouldn't move the way you do. The reason why you don't get a good woman because you're not a good man. The reason why you can't get a good man is because you're not a good woman. At the end of the day.
That's what I'm saying. I've been saying at the beginning.
Unfortunately, there are good men.
I said, dudes.
Wait, hold on, Spidey, hold on.
I said because dudes be smashing anything, women think that they deserve more than they do. I think it was on somebody said, okay, when a woman is let's say an NBA player or professional player smashes a woman, she then thinks that she qualifies for wife material, husband material for a dude that's in a professional sport. And so I'm saying that yes, there is a position that women have to take, obviously, but I'm talking to men specifically, right? That's why it's important for you to have discipline, because if you just give it to anybody, you have just validated her to think that she deserves a dude of a particular caliber, when in fact all you wanted to do was nut in her. And in her mind, because most women sleep with dudes because of their attraction to you, right? And then they catch feelings. They say they don't, but they do, right? You have become a part of the problem, is what I'm saying.
I think he's skipping over an important part of what he said, bro. He talked about pretty much people having these rock solid, diehard standards. And he specifically said, I think the red pill community.
Yeah.
And he also was talking about women. I think that's true. I think I'm gonna be honest with y'all. A bunch of shit that be said on YouTube is goofy as fuck to me. All that and respect to everybody that says it, but all that you're gonna hit this wall and this and that. And I think a bunch of shit is really goofy. I think baby mamas get wiped up every day. The chicks that y'all say won't get a nigga get wiped up every day.
But as it relates to the percentages, though, Sean, that's not a true statement.
I don't care about no percentages, bro. I'm just saying, people. I'm saying no. The point I'm saying is what he was trying to get to is making it sound like you're a baby mama, quote unquote, so you'll never get anybody. You're 40, so you'll never get anybody. You got 2 kids, so you'll never. It's all cap. All these chicks that y'all talk about, if they walked in the room, most of you niggas gonna give up your whole paycheck.
Facts.
I'm saying, so I think it's a lot of cap, and this goes for the women too.
Weak men.
All the shit they call them what you want. It's true, and the shit goes both ways. All the shit they talk about different dudes, the pookies and this and that. The pookies be knocking these chicks down. Lawyers, doctors, they be getting knocked down by niggas that are unemployed. So I think it's an overcorrection in both directions, and it's absolutely fucking annoying. And for me, a nigga who's gotten grade A vagina his whole life, it sounds like a bunch of goofballs who I made fun of that's just talking shit on the internet.
Grade A vagina. All right, Luis, what you got on it?
Oh, go ahead, Luis.
Yeah, I mean, where do I even begin? You know, some women want a man that they've never seen before, or nor have their father ever aspired to try to be. So I sometimes wonder where a lot of these standards come from, because they ought to have been passed down to you and showed to you in your household, in your upbringing. You know what I'm saying? Your mother, your father, you know what I'm saying? People within your tribe or your community talk about like how a man should show up for you and you know how relationship dynamics work out. But unfortunately, a lot of people are getting those sort of tidbits from social media. You know what I'm saying? A lot of the things that we're talking about, you know, because it like people talk about, like, just let's remove sex off the table for a second. You know, what do people really think that their standard is? If we remove social media, if we remove the sex, what does that really look like? And how does that show up? Right? Is that person, you know what I'm saying, is your standard because of what you experienced in your life and that you've seen, you know, how you've interacted with men, how your father raised you, how, you know, your interests is, or is it just based off somebody else's, right? Somebody else's preference, and you've copy, paste, and re-edited, put your name on the front of the grade paper. You know what I'm saying? That to me is more like where a lot of people have gotten their standard. You know what I'm saying? It's so high because I know a lot, and this is why I think too. This is why I'm starting to kind of formulate is that I know that I don't qualify for half of these men, but yet I'm going to put my. It's like the negotiation when you go to a job. You're like, I'm going to ask for 100K, even though they said that the job only pays 50. They're hoping to land somewhere higher than what they're proposing, and sort of that's really the approach that I think a lot of people are kind of narrating when it comes to their standards, because sometimes they're not rooted in reality. They're not rooted in, you know what I'm saying, in value systems.